Well, the French team, Guerlain leads this experienced side in van tonight. Some from five, of course. Dessay, Socia, Joyeux with Diallo, and falling behind the skipper slots in at 7 with Céline Ferrer alongside. Pauline Bourdon gets the nod at scrum half ahead of Sansu. She links up with Morgan Pellenet, usually an inside centre. Gabrielle Vernet, an impressive player, wears 12 with Caroline Boujard and Maxime Ménager on the flanks. Fullback Boujard makes her international debut. But for Wales, only 7 of the starting 15 played last year against France. As we look at the benches, huge amount of experience there for France in Jessie Tremoulier and Safi Ndiaye. Nicky O'Donnell is the referee for France against Wales then, opening round of the 2021 Six Nations Youth Dawn for women's rugby. Stade Toulousien gets the dustpan and brush out just to tidy things up. Vernier. A little high from Hannah Jones, who's been ripping it up for Gloucester Hartpury in the Premier 15s, the vice-captain tonight. Still advantage to France. Straight through the middle, simple step. Boujard, Caroline Boujard gets France's first try of the campaign.
Fantastic awareness there from the winger Boujard, but then the quickness of the recycling. She just gets that catch in, and unfortunately Robin Wilkins is going beyond the try line there. She really needs to stay in between where the ball is and the try.
Snowser says, I don't want to deal with that. Onto a forward. Quite right to the fly half. Kelsey Jones did well. Evans and Jazz Joyce wanted this. Let's go back 3 for Wales, but they've turned that ball over. Boujard, it's a stroll in the park on Easter Sunday afternoon for the French winger. 6 minutes gone, 2 tries for France, 2 tries Caroline Boujard.
Frustrating for Wales. They actually managed to build up some good connected phase play then. Backs and forwards, interlinking offloads, but you've got to look after that ball. I think it came from Jasmine Joyce, doing well, trying to fight, stay on her feet, gain.
Stop in front,
Davis.
Good now.
Latest run for Wales, boot to ball for Emily Boulard. Philippon, Ménager. Tackle well, Philippon again. Acres of space. Here's the debutant. Wales just about there. Vernier flicks it out the back.
Short.
Pellenet. Short, says the referee. Bourdon waits. They're lining up. Diallo. Well, taking on water here. They need to try and stop this if they can. Emily Crook. Bourdon. Ménager, quick hands, and it's a hat-trick already. Boujard with a hat-trick.
No.
In the first quarter of this game. What a start from France.
Who would have thought Caroline Boujard would be on a hat-trick within 15 minutes?
Boujard. Let's call the whole thing off. Jessie Tremoulier on the field then. Diallo. Here come France. Forward set, our turn. And it's Socha, the hooker, driving the bus at the back.
But this is clinical. Clear ball, middle ball, they manage to splinter off, they gain momentum, but they keep the maul long. Wales just couldn't keep up to track with where the ball actually was. The transition, the movement of the ball is so fluid. The players fracturing off is so fluid.
From the tee tonight. This more challenging. No problem at all for the French. Scrum half / fly half.
No. Replacement, tight head on the arm, collapsing.
Adorning seats where fans, of course, will return soon. We hope, fingers crossed. What a scrum from France. And Gros goes all the way through. Emmeline Gros. Well, she's been busting holes all evening.
Such a dominant scrum there, turning that ball over, and then they've got the acceleration from the base of the scrum, catching Wales completely off guard. Gets that initial fend in, and then it's just pinning her ears back and going. We've seen...
Crunch!
Look at those.
Fine!
The college apprentice, the 19-year-old. A little bit of sevens as well. Look at this scrum again for Wales. Going backwards. Emily Crook. She's the only one to have scored in this second half for another pushover scrum.
They've had a change at hooker, a change at prop, and that's added an extra bit of power. They had Wales going back at a rate of knots there. And once again, we're seeing the number 8 picking and going and using her acceleration just to catch Wales off guard.
Blue, use it!
And the eye comes in now.
Good, thank you.
Told to use it, Sansus. Flex, steps, dummies, Sansus, twisting and spinning. Held up. Just one too many pirouettes.
Those gaps so closely to the ruck. You can just see that bit of over-chasing then. The Welsh players have gone beyond the ball. But then you've got the class of Sansus, who is going to see that. She's going to see that out of the corner of her eye. That initial acceleration there. Little dummy. And she just catches Manon Jones there, just slightly over-chasing.
Set!
Better scrum for Wales. They've turned that ball over. Anything you can do, France, we can do too. Scramble out of defence though, but this is where the French backs, like the broken fear. Boujard gives that offload now. Philippot back inside. Emma Boujard. Emily Boujard on her debut. What a way to mark, bringing the French shirt for the first time. Emily Boujard, a try, and she's played really, really well.
She has. She's been such an attacking threat throughout this game. And again, we see the lovely interlinking play down the wide channels from the French backs. Unfortunately, that was just one defensive set for Hannah Jones, one too many. She works so hard. She is the last-ditch tackler. She tries to turn again. But unfortunately, that was written on the cards for Boujard.
3 games France had scored 40 points, conceding only 6 in the last 3 counters between these two. India just flowing play now as
Accidental.
Boujard gets in the way. Her first mistake of the evening.
I can fully understand why they are being as ruthless, as clinical as they are.
Buying round 2, then Ireland away, and then one of those finals. Apologies if you heard any of unsavoury language over the referee's mic. Here come France again. One last drive. One last push. And it's the replacement hooker. Laurie Thuyer, who goes over for France.
Die hard with their defence, bodies on the line stuff, but there's only so long you can hold out. The French team putting that much pressure on you.
Chiroulier lines this one up. She can't add the extras. It remains 53-0 in the end to France.